Alright, this video is about how to solve exponential equations. Yesterday you did logarithmic, today we're doing the inverse, the exponentials. So there's different varieties of problems you're going to encounter, okay? You find where the x is in the equation. That determines how to solve. If x is in the exponent, bring in the logarithm on both sides of the equations, because remember the power rule will move that to the front. So if I do this, I have to take the logarithm of both sides. So logarithm of 5 to the x equals logarithm of 18. Okay, and then remember the power rule will move that x to the front. So I have x times the log of 5 equals the log of 18. Now I need to isolate x, so I divide by the log of 5. Don't just divide by 5, you have to divide by the logarithm of 5. These will cancel, and you'll actually type this in your calculator. Log of 18 divided by the log of 5. The reason this works is because the bases are the same. Remember the base is 10, it's the common log, and this will work for you. So you type it in your calculator, log of 18 over the log of 5, and you should get 1.80. Okay, so rounding to 2 decimals. Look at number 2. X is in the exponent, so I need to take the logarithm of both sides. So the logarithm of 3 raised to the 2x minus 1 power equals the logarithm of 3.96. Power rule is going to move this guy out. The logarithm of 3 okay, so I'm going to divide by the logarithm of 3 first. And what's left over here on the left is the 2x minus 1. So I plug this in the calculator, logarithm 3.96 divided by the logarithm of 3, and I get a value of 1.25. Algebraically, I next need to add 1. So I have 2x equals 2.25. Divide by 2, and then x will be 1.13. So it's a lot of algebra. You just need to remember the basic properties of logarithms. Remember, this is how you solve it if x is in the exponent. Okay? What if x is in the base? What do? Well, if x is in the base, then you're going to raise both sides to the reciprocal power. Okay? Raise it to the reciprocal power. So here on number 3, x to the 6th equals 96. Well, I need to raise both sides of my equation to the 1/6 power, the reciprocal of 6. Why do we do that? Well, we do that because remember when you raise a power to a power, we multiply the powers. So I end up with 6 over 6, which is 1. And now I have 96 to the 1/6 power. Now, that is, you can type that in your calculator. Remember, that's like the 6th root of 96. Now, don't worry about typing this in your calculator. You can type the exponent as a fraction. So type in 96, little caret, and write this as a fraction. All right? When you do that, you will get 2.14. All right, to number 4. Okay, if I swirl it, I get x to the 6.3 power equals 47. Now, let's think for a minute. This is not a fraction like it is, it's a decimal, 6.3. If you write that as a fraction, you write that as 63 tenths. Okay, remember 6 and 3 tenths is 63 tenths. So I would just move the decimal over and end up back where I started. So we're going to write it that way, 63 tenths, so that we can multiply by the reciprocal fraction. Yes, you need to make it a fraction. So I need to raise my 47 to 10/63. That is a 10, by the way. Okay. So this over here on the left, that goes to 1, so it's x to the 1st power. And I put in my calculator 47 raised to the 10/63. And when I do that, I get 1.8. So on number 4, I'm going to, first thing I need to do is get rid of the logarithm by swirling. So I get x raised to the 6.3 power equals 47. Now, we said to multiply by the reciprocal of 6 0.3. Now, we are not going to mix decimals and fractions, so we're going to convert our decimal to a fraction. Now, remember what this is. This is 6 3/10, right? So if I 3/10, it would be 63/10. So I'm just going to move it over. If you know this is 3/10, then that's your denominator, tenths. So 63/10 is your fraction. So x to the 63/10, okay, I've got to multiply by its reciprocal, so 10/63 equals 47 raised to the 10/63 power. On the left, this cancels, it's just x to the first power, which is my goal. On the right, I plug this in the calculator, 47 to the 10/63 power. And when you do that, you get 1.84. Okay? If you need to look back at number 3, just rewind the video just a smidge. It'll be there.